just about to return to United Kingdom, and in order to do so you have to have a COVID test before you depart, and obviously 2 tests once you are on your quarantine back in the UK. And there are a few tests accepted in order to go to the UK, and one of them is antigen, which is slightly cheaper, and you only need to wait 20 minutes for the results, so I will know if I'm able to travel or not. And I just had my COVID test, and I've got another probably 15 minutes to wait for the result. I just received my COVID-19 test results, the antigen ones, and I'm negative. I didn't expect any other result, but there was just 15 minutes of proper stress, because otherwise I'll have to cancel all my flights and arrangements. So I'm fit to fly, and I'm looking forward now to my experience with Polish Airlines. I've checked in for my flight to Poznan, as you can see with my mask, with the symbol of Poznan, and the airport is very quiet today. The last flight is scheduled to depart at 6:30 p.m, which even for COVID is not the usual thing, as there are more flights in the evening usually, so it's even more quiet.
Kindly welcome you on board this Bombardier Q400 aircraft on a flight to Poznan. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Polish Airlines, Star Alliance and our partner airlines, I would like to welcome you to Poznan.
I've just arrived in Poznan, and as you can see the terminal building is empty, and there's only one flight today arriving at this airport, and that's from Warsaw, where I just arrived from. Good morning, that's me at Poznan Airport, and today I'm traveling to Warsaw and then to London Heathrow. So I've got 2 hours layover in Warsaw before my flight to London. And what's quite nice about this route today, that I'll be traveling from Warsaw to London on a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which again is not very usual on that route, so I'm very excited to be flying a long-haul aircraft to London. I've checked in for my flights to Warsaw and to London obviously, and there are only 2 departures out of Poznan Airport today, and it's one to Warsaw and one to London Luton, so it's very quiet and I can't see that many passengers, but I think everyone who's flying with me to Warsaw will be transiting somewhere, and I think I've seen quite a few people going to London. Of course, the first domestic sector will be with Bombardier Dash aircraft to Warsaw.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Red Polish Airlines Star Alliance and our partner airlines, I kindly welcome you on board this Bombardier Q400 aircraft on a direct flight to Warsaw. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Red Polish Airlines, Star Alliance and our partner airlines, I would like to welcome you to Warsaw.
And I arrived in Warsaw, and now I have around 2 hours transit before my next flight to London. And today it's definitely busier than yesterday here, as there are more flights, not just with LOT but with Turkish Airlines, Qatar and Lufthansa I think, or in Belavia. Belavia seems to fly here every day during pandemic, so well done Belavia. And the weather is even nicer, so today it feels a bit more normal, shall I say. Boeing 787 Dreamliner, this time to London Heathrow, and I think the flight will be quite busy, but I'm not entirely sure if it will be full, but hopefully my row will be empty. What is quite cool about my flight is that it's a newer version of the Dreamliner, the version 9, and obviously I'm happy to use the in-flight entertainment, and it gives me this feeling of a long-haul flight even though I'm only traveling to London.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Captain speaking. My name is Layover. Captain Flight First officer coming to Kostya Tower. I would like to welcome to our airplane, Boeing 787, flight to London. Our estimated flight time to London is 2 hours and 20
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Local Police Star Alliance, our partner airline, I would like to welcome you aboard our Boeing 787 Dreamliner on a direct flight to London.
Z Państwu zasady bezpieczeństwa i wyposażenie awaryjne naszego samolotu. Bagaż podręczny prosimy umieścić w schowkach nad głowami.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Hand luggage must be stored in one of the overhead lockers or under the seat in front of you. Please be careful when opening the overhead lockers as items may fall out. Please ensure that your seat belt is tightly fastened. Please make sure that your tray table and seat are in their full upright position. If the pressure in the cabin drops sharply, oxygen masks will automatically fall from overhead. Take the nearest mask and pull it towards you. Place it over your nose and mouth. If you are traveling with children, put your own mask on first and then attend to your child. There is a life jacket under your seat. In case of a water landing, take the life jacket out of its pocket, pull it over your head, and wrap the longer end of the belt around your waist and buckle the end. Adjust the jacket to fit your body by tightening the belt. To inflate the life jacket, pull tightly on the red toggle while standing in the doorway. If the life jacket does not inflate correctly, fill it by blowing into the rubber valve. This aircraft is equipped with emergency exit doors marked with green symbols at the front, middle and rear of the aircraft. Please get to know where the emergency exits are located and be aware that the nearest exit might be located behind you. All emergency door exits are equipped with evacuation slides which can be detached and used as life rafts. The emergency floor lighting and green symbols with arrows will guide you to the exits. Please take time to read the safety instructions which you will find in the seat pocket in front of you. We remind you that smoking tobacco products and e-cigarettes is strictly prohibited on board this aircraft, including the toilets. All toilets have been fitted with smoke detectors. You are allowed to use electronic devices during the entire flight, but please make sure that your devices are in flight mode and wireless data transmission has been turned off. Please keep in mind that during takeoff and landing, laptops and large electronic devices must be unplugged from onboard power sources and secured in your hand luggage, seat pocket or the luggage compartment. Thank you for your attention. We wish you a pleasant flight.
The opportunities to take off the mask as I've ordered a meal. Obviously I have to pay for it as it's not a long haul flight, but it's a bit of an experience of a long haul flight, well, of a short haul flight, a long haul aircraft, that sounds better.
Ladies and gentlemen, before entering the United Kingdom, you must complete a passenger locator form online, regardless of where you are arriving from. You must also quarantine for at least for the first 10 days after you arrive, unless you are in an exempt category. This is to protect yourself and others. This includes booking hotel quarantine if you have traveled through a red list country in the last 10 days, or booking home quarantine tests if you have traveled in any other country. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Local Polish Airlines, Star Alliance, our partner airlines, I would like to welcome you to London at Heathrow Airport.
And I've arrived at London Heathrow Terminal 2, and it only took me around, how long? An hour and a half at the passport control. Obviously my COVID test has to be checked, if it's a real one I guess, and my passenger locator form. And also I was asked about the purpose of my return or visit to the UK. And yeah, it took ages because there were quite a few arrivals, and literally it was a challenge to stay in that queue, which wasn't best socially distanced, but I tried to stay away from other people as much as I could. But now I'm looking forward to getting to the flat and starting my 10-day quarantine with 2 COVID tests. Okay, one on the day 2 and the other one on day 8. So yeah, I better go as I just picked up my luggage.